Hello, fans of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel. Welcome to another episode of Q&A. My name is Wilfred. I play the game, also talk a little bit about the game. And this episode is on the Marvel Heroes 2016 infographic analysis. Do check out their official forum. There's very nice, beautiful charts that's been come out on all the best-selling heroes, costume, how many hours people play, and so on and so forth. And I would like to just go through the info and sort of make some sense out of all this, what we can kind of guess, how many people are really playing the game, or do some kind of analysis to it, but just have fun talking about a game, right? So now, I know some of you have asked me if I could do a video on the Ghost Rider. So I'm going to just play a little bit casually on Ghost Rider. I've got this a Hell from Above build, which is probably one of the more viable one compared to the other two. We shall see. Today is supposed to be the ICP share quest, but the progress has been really slow, so I don't know where people are. Are they playing the game really? So I'm just going to play a little bit of Ghost Rider, if that is okay, and see where things are. Wow, really empty, like ghost town here. All right. Yep. So let me just quickly get this one done, and I'm more than happy to just talk a little bit about what the what I get out from all these things I see in the website there. And let me just rush to the one. Where is Spider-Man? Okay, so Spider-Man just over the other side. I think I'm making a big round out from it, and I'm going to use the ultimate as well. So where is Spider-Man here? Is over here? Yeah. So let me Inferno Contract ultimate. All right. So wow, I don't even see what's happening, man. I don't know how you guys play this game. And I can't even see the pointer as well because of the wow, this is rather because of the pointers here. I can't even monitor my cooldown thingy. But yeah, anyway, right. Just let me just do this one first while I'm I run out of spirit. Oops. Okay, so now maybe while I'm playing this game, let's talk about recapping what happened in 2016 and see whether all this information makes sense or not. In 2016, actually, January has been a good time. January and February and March has been a good time. That was just when the credit cap has raised from 3 million to 10 million, and also the crafting, controller support and stuff like that. And more importantly, there's a chapter 10 that's just out. So these are the new content. High Time Patrol also out. So if you look at the year 2016, starting of the year was a good year. When was the last time this game has any major kind of content? Well, it was 1 year ago actually, in January. So that was a time, even if you look at the Steam kind of statistic on how people have been playing this game, February and March was the highest kind of thing. I need to do something with my spirit, by the way. I didn't know that it was so bad. So yeah, and also what happened during the January time was that someone invite, and that's fine. So what happened during the January was I think Black Cat was being released in February, March kind of thing together with, at the beginning of the year, Black Cat was released, and also Agent Venom was released as well during the January 2016. Deadpool just went through the 52 review, which was the last hero that has the 52 review, and that was pretty much about the what happened during the 2016, which is the beginning of the year. A lot of people started playing the game, and new content and so on. They got excited with Black Cat, excited with Agent Venom, excited with Deadpool, and towards the middle part of the year to end of the year, nothing really much happened. Now, of course, they keep mum about it because that was the biggest update ever. But for months, there wasn't any major car update. The last quality of update was Emma Frost, if you recall, just at the beginning of the year, near the beginning of the year. Then they released Green Goblin, Elektra, Ultron, Angela, right? So that was the sort of timeline of where things were. So if you look at the highest kind of hang on a second, I need to do something here, so I can't do this one. Let me reset this guy, and let me just maybe I just dump everything to here first. Okay, so now if you look at what are the top 5 heroes that's most purchased, right? So the last one, but let's start with 5 first, right? Number 5 was War Machine, right? So number 5 was War Machine. Number 4 was this Black Cat, right? So Black Cat was number 4. Number 3 was Scarlet Witch. And then after that, Deadpool was number 2, and then number 1 was Magic. So now let's take a look at all these numbers and what it really means to you all on this. Wow, I can't even move. This is like total mayhem. I can't even move all these things. Ooh, there's an essence there. So now, does that make sense to you? Well, if you recall, there was a Civil War event which give special XP buff to all those heroes that are Avengers. So if you remember that, and that sort of also explained, I think, in a way, why Scarlet Witch and War Machine was the most favorite. Because if you look at Scarlet Witch was one of the teleporter. I think during the time when I was still chasing my 10,000 Omega Pawn during the Civil War event, I played nothing but Scarlet Witch because she could teleport, and she could also teleport and get all the XP buff and so on. So I can understand why Scarlet Witch was very kind of like kind of popular as well. And also for Scarlet Witch, the movie kind of helped as well. I'm not sure for those of you who has seen her movie. I think the Civil War movie, probably you could agree with me that Scarlet Witch was one of the very like heartwarming one or heart-wrenching one, depending on what you how you make out from it. But I mean, it is. I can understand why Scarlet Witch was number 3. I can understand why Deadpool was number 2, because everybody was waiting for Deadpool to get 52 revealed, was the last of the hero. And I think there was a movie as well, right? Am I right? I mean, there was a movie on Deadpool. So I think in a way, so I can understand why Deadpool was number 2. As for the Black Cat wise, I mean, the only thing is that I think because it was the start of the year, everybody was excited. They start playing, and a lot of people start playing beginning of the year due to the story 10, like I mentioned before, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, I can understand why Black Cat got to top 5 as well. And you have Magic. Magic, a little bit surprised, though I didn't know that Magic was that popular. Mainly because I think Magic, when she was released, I think she has one build that was very viable, which is the melee build, which she was very, very viable. So I think that was probably one of the reasons why people like to play Magic. I mean, and also Magic could teleport and stuff like that. But I don't think her melee build was. I mean, I don't think her so-called the summoner build was any good back then anyway. So, but I play her mainly to just because she has a very relaxing kind of gameplay. So that was the reason why I play her. But I guess maybe that was the reason why. I mean, get out. Like keep talking. I forgot that this is actually rather tough. This whole Rhino thingy. All right. So these are top 5. What do you think? I mean, are you expecting those 5 to be in the chart, like the most purchased kind of like hero? So let me know in the comments box below. Now, but what surprises me though was that besides the Black Cat, none of the hero released in year 2016 make it to the most purchased hero. So I can understand Green Goblin why he's not that popular, because I don't think he was tuned that well for Green Goblin. I don't think so. And the Electra was a little bit of Electra, I think it was a little bit of like a surprise to me as well. I thought she would have done quite well together with the Daredevil kind of movie or TV series from Netflix kind of thing. So that came as a surprise, and maybe by then people are not really playing that much anymore, because and also Ultron, right? I mean, we always thought that Ultron was one of the most prized heroes, one of the they keep it for their anniversary event and so on. So kind of interesting that Ultron wasn't really wasn't in the kind of list there as well. So Angela also a little bit of surprise as well. But I guess all this become like to the end of the year. People are not replaying that much. Perhaps maybe if people are not playing, people are not spending. So what do we learn from there? I think in a way I feel that content is important. I mean like it or not, you can argue whichever way it is. Like heroes are balanced, not balanced, and stuff like that. I think at the end of the day, if there are new content like the new storyline, the new patrol zone and stuff like that, people will come back and play. I think that is what we learn from all this. That I mean, at least that's how I learned from all this. That if you were to ask me, I thought the Ultron was done up quite nicely. I thought the Elektra was done up very nicely as well. Angela wasn't that bad when she was released. And so on. So why they are not making the top 10? I mean, the Civil War event was one of them, but I think new content also helps. And that also explains why Agent Venom, I think, was also one of the top team-up purchase, because Agent Venom was out in year 2016 January, when I said, people start to come back in, play the game a bit more. And that is probably the reason why, I think. And the other one is Cleo. I mean, that came as a little bit surprise as well. But I think besides Deadpool as the team up, I think Cleo is actually quite nice as well, because she has the buff for all your like the this lady here. All right. So Clea, my bad. Clea. So I think Clea was also quite popular. I can understand why as well. All right. So now let me see. I need to do something here. So yeah, I mean there's a top 5. Okay, where are the boss? Ooh, right here, is it? Ultimate. Hang on a second. Let me just focus a bit here, because this is not an easy kind of like. They have like illusion for Loki, huh? This is not a very easy kind of like wave here, because this is a 5 boss wave. Usually things could end quite bad if I'm not careful. But I mean, so far, I don't really see a lot of issue with the Ghost Rider. Really, he seems rather tanky, and he seems rather nice actually. This movement build that I have, or health from above build that I have, is actually rather nice. Interesting. So yeah, so these are the team up and heroes that are very popular in game into year 2016. So yeah. So now the next bit is very interesting from a mathematics point of view. You know how much I love mathematics, right? You guys know that. So now according to the Gazillion's infographic, 2016 number is that total time spent in game for all players in 2016 was 21.5 million. So what does that number tell you, right? So let me just loot first, because I have experience whereby I keep talking in the video, and after that they just despawn. I didn't get my loot at all. So yep. So let me just bear with me a little bit, and let me just loot a bit of these things here, and I'll continue talking about this whole infographic kind of thing, which is I thought was very interesting. I think that is all that I need to loot, right? I hope I didn't miss out anything. Yes, I have missed out something. Wow, there's something up there. How to go up there? No, I can't fly up there. Yes, I have to ride up the old way. So this is the world stone fragment, and this one here. Let me just go back down. Okay, let me just get to safety and talk about this. What it means by 21.5 million kind of like thing that here. All right, so now so this part I need to sort of like use my cheat sheet, because it's a lot hard to remember all this number. Now what does 21.5 million play hours means is that each week we as player have clocked in about 414,000 hours playing this game. So according to Nielsen's survey or study, which is quoted in the time.com as well, so I think it's rather useful. I mean, the number should be quite rather important. Is that in year 2013, people in America play video game spend about 6.3 hours playing video game per week. but that is cross-platform. So it could be tablet, could be phone, could be could be a PC, could be console, or anything else. So it's just everybody, right? In America, 6.3 hours. But that was 2013, and they were seeing a 12.5% growth every year in terms of number of hours increase in playing games. So I would presume that, extrapolate to 2016, you are talking about 9 hours per week, 9 to 10 hours per week. Thereabout. But these are very general people that they just look into all the survey, people who play games, phone, tablet, and so on and so forth. But online game wise usually is a bit higher. So if I look at the online game, I went to the internet, search a little bit. Online game was probably about 20 plus hours. So I think I spend around there. I know some of you spend a lot more or a lot less. But I think if you look at that from that perspective, you're talking about 10 to 20 hours. Just in general, perhaps playing this game, right? So now, if that was the case, then you divide out with all these 414,000 hours per week over this 10 to 20 hours per week kind of gameplay per person. We are looking at the at around 2.9 or around 3,000 to 6,000 players per day. 3,000, 6,000 around there. If you do all this mathematics behind it. Now, if you look at Steam, over 2016, the number varies from 1,000 to 3,300. So, people always ask how many people play in Steam and so on. So I say maybe 1/3 to a half of people actually play via Steam, could be. But you are talking about maybe about 6,000, 3,000 to 6,000 players per week, per day playing this game. So, that's about it. All these are just my speculation. It doesn't, don't take it too much this is the kind of thing. This wave is good. This wave I wouldn't want to miss. Okay, so, I don't know. Is it according to your expectation, on all these things? And do you think that it should be more, should be less? Do you spend more than 10 hours a week playing this game or more or less kind of thing? Do let me know in the comment box below. I'm quite keen to kind of hear you, because they also done a study that people who play online game normally are quite faithful to the game itself. To the type of game that they play. So, it could mean that, a lot of us are just spending the kind of hours playing this game, maybe. All right, so let me know in the comments box below. Always keen to hear. Okay, so now let's get that one out of the way, because people always kind of curious about how many people playing this game per week, per day kind of thing. So we may be onto something. Ooh, I got this as well. All right, so now the next bit is really about which one is the most defeated boss. I think that one is go without saying, has to be Curse, right? Who else? Because Gem of the Curse is one of the best artifacts, the most farm artifact as well. The terminal is rather easy to farm and stuff like that. So I think that kind of makes sense. I'll say Curse is the most defeated boss. All right, so that is one. Now the next bit is also very, very interesting. Actually, very, very interesting. The next bit, they say that there are in the year 2016 16.6 billion enemy has been defeated in 2016, which is double the size of the population of the world. Now, what does 16.6 billion means, right? So if you just pay attention before, we have spent 21.5 million hours playing this game, of which we have destroyed or defeated 16.6 billion enemies. So, in short, it could mean that we are looking in every hour 772 enemies are being defeated in this game. Now, is it good or bad, right? So if you go back to the whole mathematics of it, every minute 13 enemies are being defeated in this game. To me, it seems low though. You think about it. Does it make sense that every minute 13 enemies being defeated? What are people playing really if they are not defeating bosses and stuff like that? What on earth is this crossbow doing there? So I have a conspiracy theory that perhaps people are just spending time sorting out inventory, right? Think about it. the time that you spend on infantry is not the time you kill anything, right? So I always say that I prefer to defeat enemy and not to deal with my infantry. So I don't know, maybe that was the whole answer to it. It's my speculation. I mean, what do you make out from it? When you hear all this number, and sometimes I click on it doesn't work. You can hear my clicking sound. So I don't know why. I mean, this sort of thing. No, now it works. All right. So that is kind of puzzling in a sense, but we will see. Now all this clicking part, I'm not killing anything, am I? But I still need to there's a cooldown for me to click through all these things one by one, and yeah. So that is that is one thing that interesting. All the numbers here. Okay. From the geography's perspective, they say that the most people who play this game are from America, which is not a surprise. Second one is actually from Russia. Also not a surprise because there's a lot of Russia kind of mining site that they've always been mining all the information that whether the costume or the hero and power kind of thing. So yeah, I mean Russia is not a surprise. Brazil, some people are surprised by it. Actually, I'm not, because I do come across people like tuning in my website, YouTube, and talking to me. They are from the Brazil or South America. So yeah, hola, all your chicos there, right? So that is about it actually. The most play kind of day of the week is a Sunday. Kind of makes sense as well. And the most purchased item was the Asgardian card, which kind of a surprise to me. What is Asgardian card? So there's one. I think there's a card that is it one of the? Oops, sorry. It's one of the bundles maybe. I don't do they sell it anymore? Like one of these like fortune card, the Asgardian one. Because the Asgardian, one of the currency dropped during during all this kind of like petrol zone as well. So I don't know. So one of them, and I think the other one is rare item fund, which is also being like very very much like purchase. So I think people do need help in getting items, and that's why I think they come out with the new boost that been selling quite well. I think it's something special. The Asgardian card, maybe they give you like OD mark or something like that. Maybe that's kind of like very very popular. So anyway, that is really the end of the video. The kind of like going through all this thinking behind what we have done so far in year 2016, and I mean what all these things means. I think maybe in closing, in closing, I think content is important. Content draw people in, and when people are in, they tend to purchase the release hero or release kind of team up as well. I mean, I don't know why people spend so little time on really defeating enemies. And I think also infantry or all these things could be another reason that it will help if people spend more time, defeating enemy rather than spend so much time just dealing with all these boxes and looting and trading unique or matching unit in the past and stuff like that. All right, so thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you again. And next time around, I hope I'll do a guide for Ghost Rider for you. Bye.